Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for subscribing and watching my videos. I promised you guys yesterday I would be uploading more. So today I'm going to be hopefully uploading 2 videos. Today I'm going to be talking about my adoption process with rescuing my dog from the Aspca. I didn't go into the Aspca thinking I was going to come out with a dog. Like I wasn't even thinking about getting a dog. I already have a dog, like whatever. So my boyfriend's little sister Sydney wants to be a veterinarian when she gets older. I wanted to do that as well when I was younger, but there's a lot of stuff that falls through with that, like dealing with sick animals and having to make a final decision on either putting them down or, you know, whatever. I have no heart to do that. I can't do that. I've gone through that once and that was like the worst thing in my life. That was like, there's no words on how it is to put your own animal down. That was difficult. I told my boyfriend's little sister Sydney to start volunteering at places that you can do with animals. I mentioned a place that I volunteered when I was in high school with animals, taking care of like the cats in Petco and cleaning their cages, and I had to deal with like aggressive cats, but like that was fine. Like I just loved animals, so I really didn't care. I was like, how about you volunteer at like Aspca or ACNC? And I tried calling to see if like what age, so we don't have to go all the way over there. And there was no way for me to get through. It was just like a computer system like telling me to dial all these numbers, and I was still never getting directed to a person. So we went to the Aspca and we had like a guest pass. I said that I wanted to ask some questions about how old you have to be to volunteer and like what the duties are, and like, so we got a tour around the Aspca. Saw the dogs, saw the cats, and there were people waiting there just to get their dog that they adopted. It was really nice. And we went and we were getting a tour. I saw my dog and he was in his room. He seemed very sad. He was cute, like he was a cute little dog. We were looking at other dogs. Sydney was asking questions. I was asking questions for Sydney. And then we bumped into some volunteers, and I believe they were wearing a green shirt at that time, and we were just asking what their duties are and if they want to continue to like actually work for the Aspca and not just volunteer, what they like about it, what they don't, you know, like the normal base questions. So Sydney was falling in love with all the dogs. I just still had my eye on Tanner, which is my dog that I adopted from the Aspca. I asked questions about Tanner. They said that he was already adopted. I said that's great, I wasn't looking for a dog anyway. Then the person that was giving us a tour around the Aspca, he passed us off to somebody else who just got hired. So we were his first clients. So we were still walking around. Sydney's asking questions, and I asked about Tanner again, and he's like, oh no, he's up for adoption. But like we already said that we're not looking for a dog, you know. I was like, really? So I'm just like, let me just ask a few more questions. I said, what was his story? They said that he was from the South, and they transported him over to New York, and a family adopted him, and then like a couple of days later they just brought him back. I've had Tanner for months now, and I don't understand why they brought him back. Maybe it was too much of a big responsibility. Maybe his hyperness was like, his energetic self is just too crazy. But why adopt a dog if you just can't deal with it? Like that's just something you're gonna have to deal with when you adopt a dog. Unless you would get a senior dog, they're just more laid back and mellow. But when you get a dog that's like a year old, you're gonna obviously still at puppy age, you know. Anyway, that's another part of what I'm gonna vent about. I had my youngest daughter with me. I think she was about 3 months, and we sat in like this area, and he brought Tanner out to us, and my daughter Felicity was starting like crying, like, and a newborn cry is a really painful cry. She had colic also, so it was just very hard to do it. But Tanner went up, smelled her, figuring her out, and then just started licking her. And that's a good sign. If he's not annoyed about the cry and he was dealing with it, that's a good sign. So I'm now thinking, I feel pressure on me. I'm like, crap, like, am I gonna get a dog? My boyfriend's gonna kill me, my mother's gonna murder me, like, it's gonna be a lot. But yeah, so I got him, and he was already neutered. He had dogs that are, any animal in the shelter, they always have kennel cough. Kennel cough is where it's just like a really bad cough, and because even it's a shelter, they clean the floors with bleach and they just get this cough. All dogs have it. They gave us some medication for him, and that was it. They asked me to bring him to the veterinarian 2 days after when we got him, just so he's on file, he's really checked up on. And yeah, I got home. My boyfriend was like pissed off at me. He warmed up to Tanner though. My mother was pissed off at me. She's still starting to warm up to him. She finally did say he is a cute dog. He is a cute dog. But that was my adoption story. It was very easy. They just ask about where you live and how many animals you have in the house, and they didn't charge me a lot. I think it was 65 or 75 for the whole thing. I think the adoption fee goes on how big the dog is. So if the dog is like really big, they'll charge you a lot. If it's like a medium-sized dog or a small dog, they'll charge you less. I mean, the process was really easy. The people there were very nice. I had gone in there thinking that they were just like, get a dog and that's it, but they were actually really warming. There was a girl that was there that was like congratulating us on getting the dog, and I'm like, my boyfriend's gonna kill me, like, this is bad. But then here's the story. So before I start, I know that my boyfriend's gonna be like, this girl is gonna really say the story, but I'm being so serious. So I had a dream that I was in Central Park and I was sitting on a sheet with like a red and checkerboard sheet, right? And there was a Moet bottle, champagne, it was a wooden basket, like I was just having a picnic. I hear a dog squeal, and I'll put a like audio of what a squeal. So I turn around and this dog is running towards me like for help, like scared. And I'm an animal lover, and I feel like that's just a vibe that any animal would feel off of somebody. I look back and this dog's like running to me. He has no collar, and this dog looks just like Tanner. Tanner doesn't have like a tail. He has like a little small nub, but he's a cute dog. And then I wake up. So I was telling Sydney this on our way to the ASPCA, and she was like Googling what it means about like dreaming about a tan dog and whatever, and it was just all these assumptions, because like we believe in a lot of stuff, so we just went through, like, we just thought about it. But I was just going to the ASPCA to help Sydney volunteer, and I end up walking out with the dog, like, and every time I tell people that, they laugh, and I'm just like, you know, at the end of the day, like, I just helped an animal has a beautiful home. My dog is well loved, spoiled, you know. He doesn't have to worry about getting brought back to a shelter, like he's in for life, you know. I just feel glad that he knows that he's loved, he's in a safe environment. Yeah, I don't know, I feel proud, because all my animals came two of my animals, they were off the street, and then a friend of mine brought him to me, and I just, in a box, and they were kittens, and I just kept them. And then yeah, then my best friend Amanda had this little kitten named Smokey. At that time, he didn't even have a name, and my friend lives in Canarsie, So she posted up on Snapchat like, hey, like I just got this kitten. This kitten was about to die outside and I don't know what to do with it. I was like, I'll get the cat. So she brings the cat, which is named Smokey, all the way from Canarsie all the way over here to Manhattan. And I got him for my boyfriend. So Smokey is a a true gangster. Like he is just like, he's funny, he's like a crybaby, but like he's just like mellowed out. Like he's like the funniest cat. But he really reminds me of a Brooklyn cat. Like, and ask me what a Brooklyn cat definition is, I have no idea. He just I guess because he was from Brooklyn, I'm just like, he's a Brooklyn cat. But he's like really funny, and he reminds me of my boyfriend a lot. But yeah, so we have a whole family of animals and 2 human babies. But that'll be another story of like my animal like history and how we got all our animals. I mean, I just mentioned Tanner, but yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I did not intentionally mean to go into the ASPCA and get a dog. I walked out with one. It was just meant to be, and I don't ignore signs. I go through with them. And that was my life with my dog, and now I have a dog that loves my kids and loves me and is really cute.